Would you ever just be like, all right, I'm out of here? Like, if they said something, you're like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out.
Like, if you order something, they'd be like, and you're like, what? Nothing. It's just that they used to get that all the time.
It's like you kind of just reminded me of her so much.
What? Like, what the...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another segment of Relationship Therapy, where we teach you how to be a little less lonely and bag that person you've been talking to. So to start the podcast off, we're going to be talking about how to make a casual relationship turn into a serious relationship.
But it's like casual relationship to a serious relationship?
Yeah.
Bring them around the family.
I heard about that, but I also heard like once you bring them around the family, like they have to stick around.
Yeah, that's
you can't just leave anymore.
But isn't that what then make it a
I've
serious
introduced my
relationship?
parents to like 5 different boyfriends.
But did you like them a lot at the time, or was they?
I did, but like they understand that they're not here to stay forever either. Like they know that they're just like my boyfriends.
But did they end it with you, or did you end it with them? The ones that you met your parents.
It was both.
It was both. Okay.
Question.
Never mind
Were these at the same time, or were they the different ones?
No, my parents don't know about me having 3 boyfriends. They only know.
Okay.
I'm talking about like my 5 like legit past relationships.
Okay.
They've met all of them.
Well, here are a couple answers that you guys gave me. But you get what we're talking about, like casual to serious. So like casually would be like a hookup or some shit like that, or like
They're
somebody
just like a booty call.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like a booty call, or like maybe I don't know if you get like coffee or go to dinner with a casual relationship though. I think it's more so like a hookup or something like that you want to make it be more serious. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And everyone all here said they haven't had something like that before, where a hookup turned into like something serious.
No.
Yeah. Or like you didn't expect it to be serious, I guess.
Mm-mm.
You thinking over here?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
It's when you start seeing them in the daylight.
That too, and like going hang out often,
public.
like almost every day, low key. Hang out in public and hang out every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That says a lot. Yeah.
That was one of the responses I got, was to be like to make consistent dates, because I think that's like the biggest step to go from being like a casual thing to something serious, is when you guys start seeing each other like consistently in a way where it's like going out in public or in the daytime and like actually having conversations, stuff like that. And the same thing, they said to be straightforward, but like, do you think it's better to be like to tell them like, yo, I want this and this from you, or to ease into it as in like, oh, can I see you more often? Like, can I see you on Friday and Tuesday and Thursday? You know what I mean?
I think ease into it for
I
sure.
think ease into it
Definitely
too.
ease
Yeah.
into it.
It'll definitely like help not overwhelm them too much.
Right. I feel like the straightforward tactic, if you're literally just casual and then you catch feelings, I feel like the straightforward tactic is too like aggressive, if I'm being honest. I feel like it might throw some people off.
Yeah, I see that.
Because they might not be ready for it and stuff like that. So yeah, I say ease into it. See how they like spending more time with you. See how you like spending more time with them. And then once, like we said earlier, like it becomes more consistent, daylight, like hanging out and stuff like that. That's when you could tell them like, yo, I got a little crush on you, you know?
Yeah.
And if they break up with you, you know, you can join the club, the heartbreak club. Okay. Another one was, I guess you guys tell me if this is a good answer, but this I guess is more so like, if you want to be serious right away, is to make sure you start with an actual date and not a hangout or like a link up. But that's like if you want to start with them right away, dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do think that is a good piece of advice, because that way you're like showing the other person that you're serious about it and that you want like something more out of it already. Because like on the first date, if a guy is like showing up with dinner reservations and like he's picking me up or sending me an Uber and like all of that stuff, then I'm like, oh damn, like he's really prepared for this. And like a guy that's just like, hey, are you free tomorrow? Like I'm like, what time? And then he doesn't get back to me till the next day at like 7 p.m. He's like, can you come over in an hour? I'm like,
Red flag.
yeah, you know, like
It's kinda wild.
those are 2 very different type of people. And I feel like if a guy is very serious on the first date, then that can show a lot about him.
So does scheduling and like planning things out make a big difference too? Like somebody who says like, oh, are you free tomorrow? But gives you like a set time, versus somebody who says like, oh, are you free next week? Or like in 2 weeks, something like that. Like, does that play a part too?
Yeah, I mean, like, especially like if I'm busy, you know, like I want to plan my life out. And like, it's nice if guys give me a little bit more time. Like, I've had guys say like, hey, I want to see you on Wednesday, but I understand like you might be busy.
Yeah.
Like, can I see you this weekend? And I'm like, sorry, I can't see you this weekend. And he's like, oh, then when's the like soonest available time I can see you? Then that's like a good sign that like he's also really wanting to see me. You know?
That makes sense. For like the girls, I guess, have you guys ever had like I guess you could say like a link up with somebody where you thought it was a date, but then you realize, oh, this shit ain't a date?
That's a good question.
Like it was a link up.
Yeah, like a quick little like link up.
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah.
And you came dressed for like a date?
Yeah.
So wait, so was it like he had set plans to go here and you thought it was a date, but did you guys end up going there? But it wasn't really
Like
a date?
he basically was like, hey, like come over like to my place. Like there's a restaurant that we can walk to for dinner. And so I came over, and then like he had so many chances to tell me that he like wasn't feeling well and that like he wanted to just stay in. And he told me that once I got there. And I was like, oh, you're just trying to like keep me inside your apartment.
What?
And
The Rizzler on God?
I left.
Possibly.
Oh, you left?
Yeah.
It's a good thing you left, bro.
Also, his dog like peed on my leg, and so I was like, I'm leaving. Like, I don't want to be here.
What kind of dog is it?
Like a wiener dog.
Actually, no,
Was
that's
it
kind
the
of
cute? Was it the cute like
Yeah,
furry
it
ones?
was really cute, and like he was a puppy, so like I understood.
I would have stayed.
But you know, I was just like, this is too much.
I would have been so mad if like I had a date come over and my dog peed on her. I wouldn't know how to recover that.
I don't think you can.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He does that all the time.
he only pees on pretty girls. I feel like that could recover it.
That's what he said to
maybe
me.
they'll be like, but maybe she's gonna be like, oh, like you bring a lot of girls here or something.
Okay. Well, how'd you feel when he said that?
I just laughed. I didn't know what to do. Like, but his dog peed on my leg. Like,
Did he clean it up for you, or what happened?
That's
yeah,
fucking
no, he felt
funny.
so bad. Like I was wearing my shoes and my socks, and so like it got on my shoes and my socks. So he was like, "Give me your socks, I'll wash them for you." And he like threw them in the wash immediately.
What a
and he
gentleman.
like put my shoes out and like sprayed it with like Lysol.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if he's a gentleman.
Well, he was
Maybe
like-
a sleazy gentleman.
Paper towels in the back.
And then he was like, "Here, you can wash your feet in the tub."
What if he was like, "Hey, yo, you can borrow some socks and some shoes."
What if that was like his tactic of having girls over, just having them pee on them so he could put their clothes in the washer,
Or to see their feet.
or to see their feet? W wingman?
I don't know.
The dog. W wingman for sure. W wingman for sure.
W wing dog.
W wiener dog.
That was a good one.
That was actually pretty fire. What about you, Madi? You got any times where you thought it was an actual date but it wasn't?
No, because oh my god, this was such a. Now that I think about it, this was such a f***ing lie. Because
He's hitting the table
I'm
so
sorry.
much, man. Damn.
at the time, I believed this guy. But now that I think about it, I'm like, bro, that was such a lie. This is what happened. So, basically, we were supposed to go to dinner. That was supposed to be our first link, like a nice dinner, right? And then, like, probably like 6 hours before, he was like, oh shit, my bad, but I forgot I have like dinner with like coaches, something like that, right? And he was like, I totally forgot, but we can still hang out if you want, right? And we could get dessert or something. Or something. And I was like,
Sleazy. Oh, no.
and then yeah, ended up linking, but
Like you went to his crib instead of going to like dinner?
basically.
Yeah, so you guys got the dessert, and he's like, "I'm gonna come back to my place."
No. We didn't.
There was no dessert, Sage.
We didn't
Oh,
even,
you didn't go.
There was-
Oh,
we
sorry.
didn't even get dessert. But you know what?
Shit, even worse.
That's
But
sad. Yeah.
it's not like I wasn't too bothered by it because I was just like, I was chill with the two.
Oh, okay.
Damn, I'd be greatly disappointed if I wanted ice
Yeah,
cream.
dessert
and I
and be
didn't
like,
get
"Oh
ice cream.
shit," and he's like, "Oh, actually, you just want to come back to mine." And I'm like,
No, I want dessert.
I was like, I wasn't tripping.
No, I mean, as long as you weren't tripping about
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
that makes sense. I mean, yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe he was plotting. Maybe he actually had dinner with coaches. What you think?
Knowing him, I'm pretty sure he was plotting.
Damn.
Yeah.
They always
I
be
mean-
plotting.
Cause I don't know, cause he did end up taking me on a date the next day. So I don't know.
That's good. That's good.
He made up for it.
Back to the casual, make it a casual date, become serious. They also said, bring them around your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That says a lot, yeah.
Yeah. I think that if I want to be serious with somebody and they like want to be serious with me too and they start bringing me around their friends, I think that for sure is a sign of like them actually trying.
Yeah.
Is it from a hookup to a relationship?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Casual,
Okay.
yeah, casual, something like that.
I was confused.
Hookups a casual thing? I kind of thought we were just like.
Well, I mean, I guess casual could mean hookup, and casual could just mean like just super
just
nonchalant
seeing
with
each
each
other.
other. You know, like just seeing each other every so often, or like when you guys are in the same city or stuff like that, but not like trying to be consistent, not texting all the time. You know, texting here and there, swiping up on stories type stuff. But that, I guess that's what it could mean too. But yeah, definitely bring them around your friends. I would
That's a
definitely
good
say
one.
That is
Yeah.
a good one.
Give them your number, not your snap. Texting usually makes things more serious. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a good one. If they give you your snap, that's how you know that shit's all casual.
I have very strong opinions about Snapchat.
too.
Yeah, same.
At this
Who the
age,
fuck
yeah,
uses
you should
At
be.
Snapchat?
this age,
At this age, you should be.
No facts, y'all. Because I'm not going to lie. Like, at LA3C, I met somebody, right? And it was like a vibe, and he was fine. Like, that man was fine. But then, like, at the end, he was like, okay, so, like, let me get your snap. And I was like, oh, like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Right? And I told...
All sad. All sad.
What the
What
fuck?
the fuck?
That's not what he said.
listen.
But what I said was, I was like, oh, like, I don't really be using Snap like that. Trying to tell him, like, give me something else, give him a number or something. And he was like, oh, shit. I mean, like, I don't got any other social media. And he, like...
that's
he,
so much
Damn.
fucking bullshit.
right? That's what I'm saying. It's like, he tried everything not to give me his number. So I was like, you know what? It's all good. Like, just give me your Snap. And I never replied to him.
Good. Yeah.
Damn.
It don't matter how fine he
Was
is.
this guy
y'all.
older too? Was this guy older too? Or was
That's
it
the
like a
thing.
younger guy?
I don't know his age because I didn't ask, but he did look older.
I feel like sometimes, like, older people still use Snapchat just because it was like their
Yeah, I guess
social
it depends on
media.
how older they are.
Right, because
How much older they are.
like when I
It's a little weird.
I mean, it was our social media too, though. Like our age too.
guess, but like I'm talking about, like, I was 21 dating a 24-year-old, and he started with Snapchat. Like, that was like his main thing, and he always used Snapchat to talk to his friends and stuff, and like group chats was all over Snapchat, like, because they had like international friends or whatever. It was like his Facebook Messenger, I guess. And so, like, with that, it wasn't as big of a red flag because he didn't even use iMessage that much at all. Like, Snapchat was his primary thing, and I think that was just like he was more used to that. Maybe he had more contacts that way. Like, it was just easier. But I would say if you're like under 24, you should not be using Snapchat
Definitely
as
not.
a main form of communication.
Honestly, any age.
Out of high
Yeah,
school.
now
Out of high school.
out of high school, do not use Snapchat.
Yeah, out of high school,
Yeah.
don't.
I think I was still using it in college. Like junior college. I
Maybe
think I
like
was.
freshman year of college, like you will, like you'll meet a lot of different people. Like Snapchat is the easiest thing I think to add people on, but not to like
For school, yeah, but not like
not for like relationships.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
that's
not
weird.
to talking, not for talking to girls.
No.
So you
For
mind if I
guys.
get your Facebook Messenger?
Because that's weird, bro. Because then you're like, oh, what's your username? You know, like I don't want to.
I'm like Sage_37.
I think I have You have a goofy ass Snapchat name, bro.
Okay, why?
Is it like
Socrates? I'm one of the guys that doesn't use Snapchat. First of all,
I would use it. I would use it.
You used to send me
Oh,
daily
okay.
snaps all the time.
Yeah, when I was
throughout
depressed, Sean.
college.
Thanks for calling out my depression.
No,
bro.
that's
I appreciate
not-
that, bro. I appreciate that.
No,
the
that
fact
is
that I
not-
wanted to keep in constant communication with you. Thanks, man.
Man would send me bare ass pictures. That is not anything about depression.
It's his form of getting his feelings out, Sean.
Yeah,
You
Sean.
Oh,
can't assume that upon him.
What's worse, asking for Instagram or Snapchat?
Snapchat.
Snapchat.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Snapchat.
Snapchat, yeah.
Instagram way better. I thought that guy was gonna be like, okay, let me, but he didn't have Instagram.
That's cap. He had a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's
He had
what
a
I was
girlfriend.
thinking. I
Yeah.
genuinely was thinking that because yeah.
Do you
I've-
guys? Oh, sorry. Do you want to go?
I don't know. Wait, are you changing this
I
subject?
have a question. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
I've never met anybody our age that does not have an Instagram.
Yeah.
Fact.
Fact.
That's
Just
also
to
very
even
true.
look around on Instagram.
Fact.
Fact.
Yeah.
Okay, my question was, is it like, do you guys feel uncomfortable giving your number out? Like if someone asked straight
Now?
up for your number?
Now, because of all this, yes. So I give Instagram out, but I still don't. I don't use Snapchat for like anything because I just think Snapchat's just weird. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, Nick, that is so smart. I started doing that because There was this guy I met at one of the bars, and I gave him my number, and I wasn't even that interested. I was drunk, stupid drunk, bruh. That man would not stop texting me, calling me, and so I blocked him. And after that, he started going messaging me through DMs, and I didn't even follow. And I had the morning after, because he was being so weird, I had removed him as my follower.
Yeah.
Off my follower.
Yeah.
But he followed me again. I saw that he was following me again, and he was messaging me like Maru. I was like,
See,
nah, this is
that
what's
is weird.
scary. That's
Yeah.
why I don't like.
That is
See,
mad
I honestly
weird.
would not
That's
give
weird.
my phone number out.
And that's why people use Snapchat.
Yeah,
you know?
Like you can delete an app, you can block someone off an app. I know you can block someone off your phone number, but a text is going straight to your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
and I
Yeah.
do not want someone calling me,
Exactly.
texting me. I truly would honestly probably
Exactly.
ask for a snap. I don't want to give my number out.
I think the best bet is to get Instagram though.
right. But I'm not gonna lie. During that time when that happened, the reason why I was giving out my number instead of my social media was because I didn't want people to see who I was, to have
Yeah, also very true.
to have clout or whatever. I just wanted, you know.
Yeah. No, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
you could always make a burner account.
True.
I can.
True. Madu.lee.
Maybe I have to resort to Snapchat.
No, you should get kicked.
Maybe I have. Maybe
That's
I
where
have to.
it's at.
You might have to, bro.
Kick.
I think maybe.
Hey,
I might start
kick
using
kind
kick.
of crazy
Might start
though.
using kick again.
Kick's kind of crazy though.
What if I pulled up with that? What's your kick?
They probably fall in love with you, bro. They probably have their memories flooded with junior high.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, guys, we're gonna go on it and go on to a second segment. So we put up on a poll, just some questions that y'all had, dating advice questions that you guys want us to answer.
How do I stop getting the urge to block people after one red flag on the first date?
Ooh.
How big is the red flag?
Yeah, I think it depends.
It depends on how big the red flag
Yeah.
is.
Because I feel like if the red flag's not that big and you're doing it, your expectations are too high. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, I feel like that's kind of what they're saying, though, because, I mean, if you're willing to block somebody off of one red flag
that's what I'm
right
saying.
away.
It's because their expectations are too high.
It's because of
that.
But I
Yeah.
think in those moments, you should look at yourself and do a little bit of self-reflection and look at why your expectations are that high. A lot of the times you're deflecting and you're just self-projecting. No offense to this person asking this question, by the way, but I'm just trying to come to you from maybe a different perspective.
Yeah.
But look inward and be like, why am I so upset at these people? Maybe you might have an issue that you're not sure, that you're not really clear about in your head, but you gotta work out yourself before you even go on dating apps, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's okay. It's okay to have red flags in somebody and see something that you don't like.
Yeah.
But I always feel like if it's not a big red flag, I always feel like date number 2 is where you actually figure out if you like the person. So I think you should always give somebody a second chance, unless it's a fat red flag in your face.
Yeah.
Madu would probably be able to talk about that, right? Red flags.
It's like calling her out in some type of way.
Well, what is it, though? What would be a red flag that you would see now on the first date that you'd be like, okay, you know what? He's just like the last guy.
And what she said, not giving his phone number out, saying he has no social media. You didn't respond back to him, right? That was it? Yeah.
I have one. Being late for the date or
That's a big one.
Yeah.
without any kind of communication.
Yeah, most def.
Yeah, that's a big red flag.
Sandals.
You can block somebody for pulling up on the first date with sandals on. That's okay. Or Crocs.
Nah, if they're in sport mode, come on.
Okay, fine. Sport mode will be allowed.
What about on the first date, Manu?
Red flags on the first date.
That would be
Block worthy.
yeah.
Let me think about it.
Flirting with the waitress a little bit too much.
Racism.
I was about to say that.
Making me listen to
that's a
his
great one,
SoundCloud
Sean.
mixtape for 2 hours in his car.
Oh my gosh, yes.
What if they bring up past relationship or exes or
Oh.
something?
What if they won't stop talking about their eggs?
That one's a
That
good one.
one.
Sean, that one's a good one.
That you can block him for.
Damn, that's
That's crazy.
up.
Would you ever just be like, all right, I'm out of here? If they said something, you're like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out.
If you order something, they'd be like, and you're like, what? Nothing. It's just that they used to get that all the time.
It's that kind of just reminded me of her so much.
What? What the?
Damn.
At that point, I'm gonna leave.
No, yeah, same.
I'm gonna be like, you sound like you have some issues that you need to do with yourself.
For real.
That's valid.
crazy.
That's valid. You got any more?
Talking about sex
Too much?
or too fast. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like, what are your favorite positions?
Oh, that is on a first date is wild.
That is pretty crazy.
Or like, what's the craziest thing you've done sexually?
21 questions on a first date? That's what
Yeah.
that sounds like.
Yeah, that's a red flag, y'all.
Hey, maybe he's trying to break the barrier.
The icebreaker.
Like,
But why would you break?
That's
No,
not a good
there's
icebreaker.
like a casual way to do it. I feel
Yeah.
like you can like add a little like innuendo and see if they catch on, and
What
like
does that word mean?
it's like
Definition.
a joke that like in reference to like I guess sex in this situation.
Gotcha. Like the
Without,
specific topic.
Yeah, without like actually referring to sex, like you go around it a little bit and see if they catch on, and like if they do catch on, that's a good way to introduce like sex questions, because then you're like, oh, we're both thinking about it, but like we're not like explicitly talking about it yet. But if you don't do that, don't do what Maru's example did. That's horrible.
That is bold.
Yo, I think I really was very blind to everything. I was a blind woman.
No, I think Maru too, sometimes like when guys do shit like that on a date, like as a woman, you just kind of sit and you like kind of laugh at yourself in your head that like, oh, this can't actually be happening.
Yeah.
And then you like participate in it because you don't know what else you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
And like you
Exactly.
can't really like call them out on it, because then it's like, oh, you're the fucking bitch that like
Yeah.
was like a dramatic on the first date. And then you just like laugh and you like let it slide.
Yeah, I can see that because
Yeah.
I could see like how it would get awkward for y'all too if you guys don't answer or be like, what kind of question is that?
I would think that too. If I was
no, I
on a
would
first
think that
date,
too.
like I'm eating my food.
What's your favorite position?
Okay, actually, I don't think that was on the first date. It was one of the beginning dates, though. That's how I was like, oh.
Third date?
That's-
Was it the third date?
It's like date number 10.
Maybe it was like, yeah, third date, around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but going back to that question though, yeah, I think what Christine said, just you gotta check, well, not check yourself, but like think about what you want in somebody, and just don't think like everyone's gonna be perfect, you know, because no one's gonna be perfect.
That's how I was thinking of the situation.
Practice empathy and just like understanding of other people.
Yeah.
Give people a chance.
Give people a chance. Yes, I'm telling you now, second date's where it's at. For you can have a really really bad first date and have a really really good second date.
Yeah.
To the girlies, what's the thing a guy can do that won't make him seem like other guys? He also said, mention my name. It's Kevin.
Kev, to be exact.
Kevin, to be exact, yes.
Like, what makes a guy stick out from other guys?
Like on a dating app? Or like
it
a
could be
dating
a dating
profile,
app.
or what?
Let's say when you're dating, like just like when you meet him, what can he do that sets him apart from the rest of guys? Not bring up sex. That's a good one.
Plan the first date.
Let him know like step by step what we're gonna be doing, like where we're gonna be at.
Or at least give her like options, but only give her like 2 to 3 options.
Yeah.
Don't overwhelm her, because then she's just gonna like get really like bothered by it and she's gonna stop replying to you.
Yeah.
So don't overwhelm her. Give her like 2 options for food, or like 3 things that you guys can maybe do that day, and then see how she takes it.
So like a guy hits you up and it says like, oh, like, are you free Friday? And you're like, yeah. And he's like, okay, well we can do this, or this. Which are you down for? And then either you tell him or you're like, oh, I really don't care. And he says, okay, well we're gonna do this then at 8 p.m.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's
Yeah.
so good.
Or do a date that stands out.
That too. I was gonna say, check up on her like the night before and be like, oh, are we still on? Same with like day of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like be like, oh, like so excited to like, you know, today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is
'Cause
that
then,
that cute when they say something like that? Like, oh, I'm so excited.
Or like, I'm looking forward to seeing you today.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's some guys that like hit you up day of. It's like, you know, if you don't hit me up the night before, then I'm gonna be thinking about it. Like, is it still on? Like, blah blah blah. It's gonna in my head.
Yeah.
For us, like, what do you think? Like, have you recognized anything that girls have
It
said
was
sticks
probably
out?
just like the chair rule or the door rule.
Yeah, I'd say little things. Sidewalk rule when you walk in.
Yeah.
Sidewalk rule is big. You know what I also hate? When guys like walk really fast ahead of me when we're on a
Dude,
date
I'm a
together.
fast ass
That's wait, no, that's weird though. Like right in front of you.
When
Yeah.
they don't forget you, like, what's up?
Yeah. Or like, even if we're like walking from the parking lot to the restaurant and like he's walking like a 1 car distance ahead of me, I'm like, what the
Like 1 car
that's
distance
weird.
is
That's a
wild.
big gap.
It's a pretty big gap.
I've had it happen multiple times.
I think I did that before.
Really?
Not like in like just like I was
Really?
I was like, oh my god, like the reservation's gonna expire. So I was like, I got you.
You didn't even try and drag her?
No, I did. I was like, come on. And I was like, give me your hand.
Hurry up now.
I just like grabbed her hand. I was like, come on, let's run. Yeah, I've done, and I think being organized too. I don't think I was very organized, and I think that shows more like how you're mature and like more of a man rather than a boy.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think I've done some boyish things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Usually I'm getting left behind.
My mom does this thing where if my dad leaves her behind, she just stops walking and she waits for him to notice that she stopped,
That's
and he
so
has
cute.
to come all the way back to hold her hand and walk her.
That's really cute.
Walk
That
of shame.
stuff.
Yeah. It's a walk of shame. Like, it is for my dad because he knows that he can't forget her.
Yeah.
But he does sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's how she reminds him.
I would feel weird walking that far. Like,
Right?
look back, she's like trying to catch up.
How do you even forget them? You know what I mean? Like, how do you not recognize that they're a whole car behind you?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Some people are just very in their head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do that. Like, I walk really fast, and I don't know what it is. I just, everything be catching my eye.
It's one thing if you're like walking fast and you're on your phone, but it's another thing if you're not even looking at anything
And
it's
no
just,
conversations are going.
and no
like,
conversations going.
Parking garage, I'll be looking up like, well, it's really dirty in here, and I'll turn around, I'm like, oh.
You have ADHD, so it's
Nah,
okay.
but I be doing that too. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I'll be like, these lights
car
are
is
really
crazy.
bright. That's a nice car. Oh, that wall's dirty.
But like your girlfriend, how do you like forget that she's like?
Oh, I have
Usually
girlfriend.
she's right behind.
Oh, I forgot to have girlfriend.
Oh, girlfriend. Hi, girlfriend.
Okay, fine. Well, let's go. What about girls? Like, what sticks out for girls? Reaching for the check.
Reaching for the check.
You know, I love when they do the little like
Yes.
lock arms.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
Huh.
Better than holding hands.
I saw
100% better than holding hands.
Is it better than holding hands?
100% better than holding hands.
Really? I
Yeah.
always do that.
You
Okay,
lock in
bet.
and then you like we start
Yeah,
going like that.
yeah.
And I'm just like
Yeah.
yeah.
My God.
Yeah, cause yeah, exactly. Cause my hands get clammy too.
Oh, my hands get
Oh, my hands
so clean.
All the way down there.
When her hands are there, you put it on you.
You're cuddling while you're walking.
Basically, yeah, that's cute. I like that better than the hands for sure.
And it keeps you warm too on cold nights.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, my hands get mad clammy.
I know.
What?
What else sticks out for girls?
Maybe sometimes just maybe like
I would
a
say
little bit of physical touch. You know what I mean? Like a little like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so it's not weird.
Yeah,
Because
I like
guys
that.
never like gonna be like
I like
A
that.
guy's never gonna touch first.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that a lot actually. That's a really good one.
Being easy to talk to and engaging the conversation.
Yes,
It's
I was
not
gonna
you're not
say
like
that.
rapid
I
firing
feel like
questions.
most
at
of the
them.
times, dudes have to like start off the convos and be like,
Yeah.
"What are you interested in all that?" But if we can go like back and forth like nothing, I feel
Exactly.
like that's not as
Exactly.
common as I think it
Yeah.
is.
Usually I notice it's like dudes rapid firing questions and girls just answering and
Yeah.
not really saying like
Like, how do you?
Ex-
what about
Explaining,
this? Or
explaining.
like they won't explain themselves and then the same thing like they won't ask that same question back or they won't want to like go off of like
Yeah.
specific
Yeah.
tangents like oh I do this.
Yeah, bring up situations for sure.
Yeah.
With backgrounds to your answer.
Girls' perfumes be sticking out to me like crazy.
Yeah, the way she smells,
Yeah.
Don't
there's
smell
just-
bad. Is that what you're gonna say?
No.
I'm curious. What kind of perfumes do you guys prefer? Like
Cupcake.
The good kind.
cupcake? I was wondering, like, do you guys like sweet or citrusy or more like
I like
flower
flowery.
or?
I like flowery. I like flowery. That was good. I like that one.
Nick likes
I like vanilla, like cupcake.
I bet he
knew it.
likes like the warm, spicy scent.
This is your snack?
Huh?
What? I like flowery.
Flowery.
What about you, Sage?
I don't know. I like a lot of different.
Kinds of scents?
Yeah, like it could be like a very nature, like you know what I mean.
See, I
Type
like the
scent.
nature
I like it
one.
like I could like a
Maybe
flower.
like
I could like a very like
flowers in
Like
the
a musky,
springtime.
heavy.
heavy.
Yeah,
Or like
okay.
just know that it's good perfume.
Like some musk.
No, not the
Like
musk.
musky type
Ew.
thing. Like musk.
I like
A
the
manly
fun spray.
cologne.
Or
Huh?
like a bunch of them mixed with each other.
I love musky cologne. There's like there's a cologne from Tom Ford. It's like burnt something that smells so good. That's like my favorite man cologne ever.
Orange.
Dude, I used to use the chocolate Axe all the time in like 7th, 8th grade.
Chocolate?
Chocolate
Don't talk
In
about
7th grade,
Axe.
because it was only because of the commercial. They would spray it on me and turn it to chocolate, like everybody would like them, and I was like,
Hands
dude,
all over
this
your body?
smells like good, bro. I would come out.
Oh,
Oh, I remember what type of ass you're talking about.
Everywhere, bro. I didn't even own that shit, but all my friends had it. So I was like, I guess I switch off every day.
Forgot about that type of cologne.
Dude, the chocolate was crazy.
Chocolate was insanely good, actually. I take that back. Yeah. You used to throw those bombs in the locker room.
Oh,
and put the rubber band and throw them. Oh, man.
Spraying it?
Yeah, just spray it everywhere. And I was like,
Bruh, I bet the guys' locker room was so much more lit than girls.
oh, nah, it would get crazy
I would
in there.
hear stories. I'd be like, damn, I'm
Yeah.
jealous. Like,
Stories. Nah, it wasn't all that.
Nah, bro, it was crazy in the guys' locker room, bro. Movie, bro. It was a movie, bro. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this segment of the podcast up. This has been Relationship Therapy. Make sure you guys tune in again, and we'll see y'all soon. Take care, y'all.
Bye.